Godfather is a Grand Theft Auto style action-adventure game, but it's based on the 1972 mobster flick, The Godfather. What you do in this game is you start out as a lowly mob enforcer with the Corleone family. So the game starts out, your father gets killed, and then the opening scene of the movie, as you remember, is the Godfather's daughter's wedding. So basically your mom approaches the Godfather on this day and asks him to take you under his wing and basically train you to be a mobster. And as you know, any Sicilian can't refuse a request on his daughter's wedding day, so he sends Luca Brasi to teach you how to be a mobster and basically take you under his wing. That starts out your career in the Corleone family, and you start out as a mob enforcer, so you basically just go around shaking down businesses to get protection money. There's also story missions in the game, which take place in any variety of scenes directly taken from the movie. So you'll have to drive the Don to this hospital after he's shot down in the streets. You'll also have to, figure out who ambushed Sonny at the toll plaza. You'll have to plant the gun for Michael Corleone to use to kill Salazzo in the diner. And all these classic scenes are really brought to life, and you're kind of playing a really important role in all these scenes, and it's actually really cool. Eventually, you work your way up from mob enforcer all the way up to Don of the Corleone family. Then eventually after that, you can even become Don of New York City by eliminating all the rival families and taking over every business in the city. The combat in the game is actually pretty fun. You have a wide variety of moves that you can choose from when you're fighting hand-to-hand or even when you're fighting with guns. You can lock onto an enemy with the push of a button, and then you can use the right stick or the mouse on the PC to throw punches, knee guys in the face, choke them, or even hold them over ledges or toss them off the tops of buildings. There's also a lot of gunplay in the game. The gunplay is actually very similar to Grand Theft Auto, where you just lock onto a target, fire away. It's really simple, really easy. The best thing about The Godfather is that it's really faithful to the source material. So you see famous scenes like the horse head in the bed scene, the Don in the hospital when all the mobsters are coming to kill him. All these scenes are actually really well done here. So there's a lot of missions to do in The Godfather, but towards the end it does get a little bit repetitive. Every single interior is pretty much recycled, so you'll see the same butcher, the same flower shop, the same building over and over. Even the mob family compounds are all identical. Also, there's a few graphical shortcomings where the game just doesn't quite look as polished as it could, and the frame rate does tend to slow down and snag, especially when you're driving around town at fast speeds with a bunch of cops chasing you. The characters from the movie that are in the game look really accurate to their real-life counterparts. You see the character of Sonny played by James Caan, and it looks really good. It looks exactly how it did in the film. You also see Robert Duvall's character, Tom Hagen. And the only character that really doesn't look that good is Michael Corleone. He kind of looks a little bit off and sounds a little bit off. But the Don himself looks great, and he sounds great with Marlon Brando providing the voiceovers. The music is taken directly from the movie as well, and it sounds really good. You will kind of hear that Godfather theme a few too many times, but for the most part it sounds really good and it fits the action on screen. You can spend a lot of time playing this game. There's a lot of missions, there's dozens of businesses to extort, and it really can take, you can spend at least 15-20 hours just on your first playthrough. If you're a fan of the movie, you'll definitely want to check this game out because it really adds a lot to the movie, and it's really faithful to the whole spirit of the movie and the whole mobster theme. Even if you don't like the movie, this is a fun game to play. And even though it borrows really heavily from Grand Theft Auto, it's still worth a shot, and it's definitely a lengthy and pretty fun game.